Hello, Cancer. Welcome back. This is your 18 shadow reading. All right, Cancer. So, just like Leo's reading, shadow reading, just like Gemini's shadow reading. Cancer, your shadow side reading, it's a little difficult for me too, okay? So, you know, again, like I told the Geminis and Leos, this is why they are called shadow readings, because you can pick up some pretty nasty energy, or you can say things to offend people and all sorts of things. So, Cancer, this is just as uncomfortable for me as it may be for some of you. Okay, so with that said, I am just going to jump into this and get it over with. All right, so Cancer, what we will do is we will go over your shadow attributes and those shadow attributes that have you currently in the space that you are in now. Operating from now. Then we will go over and talk about what is happening now that you are in that spot. Then we will go to the higher self and see what is it that the higher self has to say about this, want to communicate about this situation. Whew, Cancer, can you tell I'm just ready to get it over with? Whew, all right. But I gotta be fair, just like I have been fair with everyone else. So, Cancer babies, your first card to come up in the shadow attributes of your reading is ancient. Okay? Running away from the light of ancestry, Egypt, magical inheritance. Okay? Inheritance. Um, Accompanying that's my daughter in the background, is the Five of Pentacles. Okay? Okay. Your second card to come out is Creator. Okay? Catalyst, Maker, Mother, Father. And that is accompanied by the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So let me state the obvious here. Some of you all could actually be dealing with your mother, your father, or your baby mother, or your baby's father, or some type of relationship here, some type of, you know. But however, this could, considering what I was able to pick up here, this creator is also the creator of circumstances, okay? A conscious creator of circumstances, okay? They are a maker, they are a catalyst, okay? Considering everything here that's on the board, okay? Cancer. When I look at the shadow attributes in your reading, there seems to be this thing about there seems to be this thing about maintaining control by keeping things off balance, unequal, unfair. Okay? This is someone's magic. This is almost like the magician card in the tarot. Okay? The magician card in the tarot in reverse. Okay? You know? And that's why I said a maker, a creator. Someone here creates circumstances or maintain circumstances in a very unbalanced and unfair way in order to maintain control. Right here. Oh, God. I sense that, you know, and it was mostly from me shuffling and picking up the energy, but I feel like Cancer, when this magical inheritance, if you will, of keeping people out in the cold, and keeping shit unbalanced right here. Okay. I feel like when this is brought to the attention of you, you do not acknowledge it or you refuse to acknowledge it. And this is the magic that keeps things in your favor. Someone here blocks out what's showing up. They try to run from this. They even hide from it. But others, they can see it. They can see it very well. But I also feel like Cancer here that you're very comfortable with this aspect of yourself. Again, it's your magic. It's how you keep things and situations in your favor. Okay? To be fair, here in the shadow side, we got a lot of damn earth here. I do sense air in Gemini, specifically Gemini, okay? And I mean a lot of Gemini. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay. We ain't even got over here yet, but here go the Magician in the reverse. I forgot he was over there because I got him covered because you and another sign are the only two signs, I can't remember who it was, that have this cars in this area, but that's because they were spit out like that, and I chose to acknowledge them because of the way that they were spit out. So everyone else didn't have this cars over here in this section. Cancer, it's you and somebody else. I can't remember who the other person was, the other sign was, but nevertheless, even with all this said, I just feel like there is a real level of comfortability with this shadow attribute because that's magic. That's how one is able to keep situations in their favor, you know. But again, like I said, to be fair, there is earth all over this. Also, when I was shuffling, I saw Sage and Leo come up. But any fire sign. I also saw water come up. Um, and I feel Pisces and Scorpio very strongly for some of you as well. Okay? So, you know, I feel in some instances this magic has kept someone bound for a long time and kept shit off balance for a long time, and this is how someone has been able to keep things in their favor. They are stingy with their acknowledgement of problems, with their acknowledgement of things being off balance, and they excel. This is their gift at keeping people out in the cold. And this is how they keep things in their favor. Okay? Like I said, for some of you all, this maker could literally be a magician. This could actually be your mother, your father, you're the mother, you're the father in this relationship, and this is how you have been able to keep shit off balance. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Moving along. You got a lot going on in this section, baby, so see if I can break it down for you. All right. Now, the map section of this reading, Cancer, is about what is happening now that we see the operation here. What's going on with you now that we see the operation here? What's been going on? What's been happening? Okay. So like I said, Spirit spit out 3 cards for you. I acknowledge them because of the way that they came out. What we have here is balance. Came out in the upright. Again, this is how someone maintains balance. Very comfortable with operating like this because they feel it keeps things in their favor. It keeps people dangling by a thread, riding a fine line. You see what I'm saying? All right. There's that Sagittarius again. All right. The next one Spirit spit out was making a choice. Making a choice was spit out in the reverse. This not acknowledging the negative, not acknowledging the wrong, manipulating things, catalyst up here. Manipulating things in situations. When that is called to, there is no choice to be made. I will not make a choice because that is how I manifest. That is how I maintain balance. Okay? All right, I had to take a breather on Cancer. Your next oracle that was spit out is Magical Shapeshifter, and that came out in the reverse. Accompanying that, none other than the Knight of Cups. Denial, refusing to take a better path when it comes to love. You know, I feel right here that this is why a lot of things have come to an end, or they will be coming to an end, or they are phasing out, as I can see up here in the higher self. Again, this is how someone not choosing a path, not making decisions. Oh, here we go. Not choosing a path, not making decisions with this magical map shifter, not making a decision to shift things in a much better direction so that things can be more successful. Because this manipulation is only successful for a certain amount of time. Sagittarius, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I sense a little bit of Leo, but I think I said that up here too, though, or something. All right. This is a person acting like they don't have the necessary tools to make decisions. They don't have the mind and the smarts to make decisions. Or they can't see what someone is saying about them in their ways. This is manipulation. This is manifesting in the negative here. Oh, someone can see it and they can see it very well. It's their magic. Okay. Moving along. Cancer babies, to your higher self here, okay? Now, the higher self is about what the higher self would like to communicate about this situation. The first card you had come out, I cannot pronounce that word, but we have destruction, ending, and final moment. Accompanying that is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay? Fire, air. I feel this is Aries here. Gemini. Scorpio on the table as well. Your second card to come out for the higher self is Shapeshifter. Transformation. Primal wisdom. Instinct. Okay. This is a Gemini and Scorpio card, okay? The Shapeshifter. So, a lot of damn fire in Gemini and air here and stuff. Oh, and Earth. It's a lot of Earth here too. It's a lot of everything. I don't know what's going on, but accompanying the Shapeshifter Cancer is we have the Lovers here in freaking reverse. Okay? So, I'll tell you what I see here, Cancer. I feel like this is why situations end, have ended, and are ending. Everything we talked about, and the higher self is saying that there is the final moment is here. The ending is on the horizon, and this situation is getting ready to phase out. Someone is healing and recovering because now they can see it. They see the magic recipe. They see how someone operates. I feel like there is absolutely some relief on the way for someone in this situation. If it haven't already arrived, this is coming to an end. Someone being allowed to operate like this as if they cannot see things for what they are. It's coming to an end. I feel some damn withdrawal and some bowing out. I feel like someone now understands the battle. They now understand the battle. Not only do they understand the battle, but they understand how to fight it now. Is to walk away. I feel like there is, because we got the transformation here and we got the ending here, I feel like it's no more blindness on this situation. Like someone has been figured out. Literally. Someone has been figured out here. With the lovers in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse, absolutely someone has been figured out here. And this situation is getting ready to phase out. I feel like someone is bowing out or something. And I feel like that is what the higher self is saying, is that relief is on the way, for whoever, you know, whatever has been, who have been dealing with this situation, relief is on the way. The final moments of destruction on this, it's on the way. It's on the way. It's finna phase out. It's phasing out because it's been figured out. So, cancers and cross watchers and whoever, I hope you got the confirmation that you needed, any information that you needed, and I will see you guys back here next time. Bye.